Hello everyone to another maths fluency lesson today. So I've added another tens frame to our tens frame slide. So now I have got two tens frames. So first of all, what we start with is, can you tell me how many I have got showing and how have you worked it out? Okay, so I have got 12 on this tens frame. And we can have worked it out by knowing that our first one is a completely full tens frame. So we know automatically just by looking at that that is 10. And then in my second tens frame I've got 2. And we know that 10 and 2 more make 12 in total. So I've got 12 altogether. So can you tell me, oh, easy one to start with, how many more than 10 have I got? How many more than 10? So I've got 10 in my tens frame at the top, completely full. I've got 2 more than 10. 2 more than 10 makes 12. How many less than 20 have I got? If both of my tens frames were full, I would have 20. So how many less than 20 have I got? How many have I got missing? Okay, so I have got 8 less than 20, and we can use our number bonds to help us with that. We know that 8 and 2 make 10, so we can use that to figure out that 12 plus 8 would make 20. So 8 more would make 20 onto my 12. How many, let's do a harder one, how many less than 15 have I got? How many less than 15? So 15 would be having 3 of my rows full on my tens frame. So I've got 1, 2 full, and then my third row has only got 2 in. So I would have to fill up that third row to get 15. So I've got 3 less than 15. I'm missing 3 in that third row. Okay, now we're going to move on to our dice again. So I've mixed it up a little bit as well today. So we are only working with dice 1 through 4 today, but you've got 3 lots of them. So remember the rules, you can only use the dice that are there, so you can't use any 5s or 6s, and there are only 3 of each, so you can't use more than 3 of each when you're adding together. And I want you to think of some ways to make 10 using these dice. Okay, so pause the video and see how many ways you can make to make 10. Okay, so there are a few ways that we can make 10. We can't use any of our number bonds because they involve bigger numbers, but we know that 6 and 4 makes 10. So we've got a 4, and then we need to make the 6. So you can make the 6 using a 4 and a 2, you can make the 6 using a 3 and a 3, or you can make the 6 using more than 2 dice. So you could have 4, 4 and 2 would make 10. You could have 4, 3 and 3 would make 10. You could have 4, 3, 2 and 1 would make 10. So there are a few different ways, or you could start with another number. You could have 3, 3, 3 and 1, because 3, 3, 3 makes 9 and 1 makes 10. So there are quite a few ways, so hopefully you found quite a few ways to work this one out. Okay, back to our fruit. So I want you to fill in the number sentences, fill in the frames, try to use some of that language. So there are how many strawberries, there are how many pears, there are how many more strawberries than pears, first of all. So we have got 5 strawberries, we have got 2 pears, and there are 3 more strawberries than pears. So if we can put it into our sentence, we've got 5 is 3 more than 2, 2 is 3 less than 5, and the difference between 5 and 2 is 3. So we've compared those numbers there. Okay, a bit of a different one today, but similar to our one with our cubes. So we need to balance out these scales. So my first scale has got 7 on one side and it is completely balanced on the other side, but it's made up of 2 numbers. So you need to think of what 2 numbers could go into that box that would balance out 7. So 7 is the same as what add what. So have a go at that one first of all. Okay, so we could have 7 equals 5 add 2, 7 equals 6 add 1, 7 equals 4 add 3, or any of those numbers the other way around as well. You couldn't do 7 equals 5 add 1 because there are only 2 boxes on that other side, so it needs to be 2 numbers to make up our 7. So on our other side, we've got a little bit more information. We've got on one side is 10, and our other side is 3 numbers, and we know that one of them is 5. So 10 equals 5 add what makes 10. So we know that 5 add 5 makes 10, but we've got 3 boxes. So we need to make that second 5 using 2 numbers. So have a go at that one and see if you can work out what those 2 numbers can be. So we've got 10 equals 5 add, you could have add 4 add 1, 5 add 2 add 3. If you wanted to be a little bit cheeky, you could have 5 add 0. It all works out the same, and you can switch the numbers around whichever way needed. Okay, last one for this session. We've got our matching up again. So you need to look at the different representations, see if you can match them up, and there will be one that is missing a match. So pause the video, match them up, find out the missing one. Okay, so our first picture in the corner there, we've got 110 and we have got 9 1s. So we know that that makes 19. And on our bottom row, the first word we have got there says 19, so we can match those 2 up. Our second one on the top row, we have got a 10 and we have got 5 1s. So we've got 15, 1 10 and 5 1s. And on the second row, there we have got a square that says 1 10 and 5 1s, so we can match them up. Along the top row again, our number on the right hand side, we have got 12. So we need to see which of our representations shows 12. And right in the middle square there, we have got 1 10 and 2 1s, so we can match them together, 12 and 12. We've done 1 10 and 5 1s. We've done our representation of 12, so we're on our second row, third one along, 1 10 and 8 1s. So if we have a look at what we've got left, we've got the number 11, which it does not match with, and then also on the bottom row there in the middle, we have got 1 10 and 8 1s, so we can match those 2 up, which means our missing number is 11. So hope you enjoyed the fluency for today, and there will be another fluency lesson later this week.